Hey guys, it's me. I'm just here for, actually I received an email, a private email with a question in regards to taking medicine for your gallbladder after having the surgery. Now I don't know, I didn't look too far into it if this person had that gastric sleeve like me, or if they have gastric bypass. And I guess that this could refer to anybody actually who's had either one of these surgeries. Because I think in the beginning you kind of feel the same or similar. I know the eating plans are different, but you know, you have the restriction and probably similar feelings. So you know, anybody else can feel free to comment on this if you've had the gastric bypass, and you know, if you have similar experiences. Now the person asked me if I'm not going to share the name because I don't know if this is really private to them or what, but they've asked me if I was prescribed medicine for my gallbladder to keep from getting gallstones after surgery, and the answer to that question is yes. I was prescribed something. Now I live in Germany, so I have no idea what the medicine's called in English, so I have this. I don't know if there's any of you nurses who can figure out any part of that in English. I have no idea. I think that's just a name brand. And it looks like this. And they're actually, you can see it next to my finger, they're pretty decent size, but I take half in the morning and half at night. And I was also prescribed something against stomach acid, and it looks like that. You can see the stomach. This is against stomach acid, and this pill's also pretty big. It's also quite large, in my opinion, especially right now. And so, like I said, the answer to that question is yes. I was prescribed this right after I came home. They gave me a letter to go home with information from my doctor, and these were the two things that he prescribed me after surgery. Like I said, I take half in the morning, half in the evening, excuse me, for the medicine for the gallbladder, and I take one of the other once in the morning. The thing with these two medicines, I also take a multivitamin, but I think I've mentioned that in another video. The ones for the gallstones, I think the reason why one is given medication against gallstones after a surgery is because if you're losing weight rapidly, your body can create gallstones, and it can be very uncomfortable. And actually, a lot of times people get their gallbladder removed when they have either the gastric bypass or the sleeve. I have no idea about lap band. You know, I don't know if it's because at the time their gallbladders are unhealthy, or if it's just something that the surgeons generally do. My doctor said that my gallbladder was very healthy and decided to leave it in, so that's fine. I don't mind taking the medicine right now. Any medicine is a little bit uncomfortable, and so the person, you know, asked if it's normal to have this stuck feeling in here afterwards. And I would say, I'm no doctor, I'm no medical professional, but I would say that after a surgery like this, you have this really strong restriction. And you also get air in there, and you have to burp a lot, and so it's kind of tight in there. And so, you know, when you drink anything, and anybody will tell you that it's very difficult to drink gastric bypass or sleeve. It's very difficult to get all of your water in after surgery. All of you gastric bypassers would probably say the same thing. Those of you who've had RNY. It's very, very, very hard to get your water all in. Right after surgery, I was doing really good if I could drink 3/4 of a liter. The first couple of days, I only managed half a liter, and they said that was okay. They said just keep trying, it will get better. It's really difficult at first because after 2 sips, you're like feeling full already. Well, at least I was. But with these, I don't know what yours look like, the person who asked me. your medication for your gallbladder look like? I mean, like, medicine comes in all different forms, and capsules and everything, and in breakable pills. So I don't know what yours looks like. So if maybe it's a little bit big, and maybe that's why it's getting stuck. Like this other one that I showed, the gel cap is very large, and so that one has the feeling that it gets stuck here sometimes. You may want to ask your doctor or your pharmacy if there's indeed a different form that you can take, because lots of medicines have the generic or the name brand or everything, and it's possible that there's a different form that may be easier for you to swallow. So I say, for me, after having this surgery, a little discomfort with drinking and eating and swallowing anything I would say it's normal at first. It's just your stomach is so much smaller. It's just everything kind of feels tight, and sometimes you may have the illusion that it's stuck, and it might not actually be stuck. You've got maybe some air in there or something like that. So I wouldn't worry about it too much in the moment. Now, if you are having any pain that you consider beyond an average amount of pain, if it seems abnormal or uncomfortable, by all means, please talk to your doctor. I can only tell you from my experience, but I would say if it's really uncomfortable and you're having pain and maybe you feel like you're going to throw up after you take your medicine, you need to talk to your doctor, or talk to your surgeon or your primary care physician regarding that. And if I were you, maybe I would look into seeing if there's a different form you could take. Like if you're taking the hard pills now, maybe you could take the gel caps. I don't know. I would look into it. Other than that, I also have the discomfort with food. I have to eat very slow, very small amounts. I can't even eat a normal portion of what somebody would be eating right now at this point. It's very difficult for me to eat, but I'm working on it, and it is getting better. You just kind of have to relearn. I mean, your stomach or your pouch is like a baby right now. I joke around with my mother-in-law and say that. It's like, I have a baby stomach, It has to relearn how to eat and how to get used to things, and it's very possible that you won't like things that you used to like before. That's why I didn't go ahead and get a lot of different protein drinks beforehand. I didn't know what I would like afterwards, so I figured, I would, do a whole trial and error thing after the surgery, because sure, I could find things I liked before the surgery, but you won't know how your tastes are going to change before surgery. So I think it's better to maybe order the things, order samples until you find something that you like, instead of buying big tubs of things that you're not sure that you're going to like. I have 2 different protein powders, 2 different flavors, and I didn't want to get more than that. I honestly have a hard time tolerating the protein drinks right now because they're a little bit too thick for me when they're made in the blender, and that's what I have at the moment. But maybe that will get better with time. I hope that answers your question. I didn't mean to be too long-winded, but I understand what you're going through. It's hard. If the doctor hasn't had their surgery themselves, then it's likely, not every doctor is super compassionate. It's a sad thing, but it's true. They may not understand exactly what you're going through. They know all the technical terms. They know what to look for. They know what to expect. And so it's easy for them to say it's normal, or, everybody goes through that. But, being fresh out of it, and if you're having discomfort or pain, you want somebody to say, yeah, that's normal. This is, what you can do maybe to make it a little bit better or whatever. That's what we have each other for. This is a great support group. And I would encourage you to go ahead and make videos if you can. And there's lots and lots of people here to support you. If you have any further questions, I'll be happy to try and answer them to the best of my ability. Like I said, I'm not a health professional, so I can only tell you about my own experiences. But I hope you feel better really soon, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.